From Forrest Ingram Drive and the University of Mobile, the Southern State Showcase just around the corner. John Nelson here, Nicole Morocco there. It's another tour of Mobile.
Yes, it is. Well, we have a lot ahead of you in a little bit of time, so don't go away. The showcase starts right now.
The Southern State Showcase on Sports South.
From the University of Mobile, the Southern State Showcase again underway. John Nelson here, Nicole Morocco there. It's the A block, which means it's time for the top story of the week. Mobile isn't the only city in the southern states that has crosstown rivals. We told you about what goes on between the University of Mobile and Spring Hill College, and the same goes on when Auburn University Montgomery and Faulkner go at it in Montgomery. Called one of the best small college rivalries in the South. They met on the hardwood back on the 7th of February. 3 of the 4 sides ranked in the NAIA top 25 at the time, the Eagles sweeping both sides of the night. And remember, Faulkner didn't even start going head-to-head with the Warhawks until 3 years ago. And just so you know, the Lady Eagles were a perfect 6-0 against AUM under women's hoops coach Reed Sutton. But it did have an interesting beginning.
Faulkner allowed us, because of the relationship, to use their gym to practice and play games. A few years later, they decided to go into 4 years, and I was the first one. I was AD here at the time. I was the first one who agreed to go play at their place, and I did, and it was really kind of interesting. It was kind of a rainy night outside. The floor was slippery. We were sliding all over the floor. We won the game, and a lot of our fans, they were in jest, in a good spirit, were saying, "Why would you do that?" And I said, "Because it's the right thing to do." And I think when you do the right thing, then, you know, everything works out. And that's the way it's been in our rivalry.
But when you're literally just down the road from one another, you get an earful from the other side all the time. And some of the AUM staff have heard it since their playing days.
Definitely, I played both soccer and basketball. Soccer for 4 years, basketball for 2. We obviously didn't have the basketball program to play against when I played in women's basketball, but as far as soccer goes, my senior year, they started a women's soccer program, and as soon as we knew they started it, I can speak for, I think, the entire team when I say we got the schedule and we circled that date. It's just kind of what happens, you know, we get anytime we play them in any of our sports, everybody, you know, marks that date on their calendar because they know it's going to be an intense game, and like you said, throw the record books out because anything can happen between AUM and Faulkner.
I mean, yeah, we try to get them pumped up about it, but at the same time, we know it's emotional on both, you know, for both teams. So we try to keep that aspect down, you know, and just tell them, you know, treat it like any other game, but in the back of their mind, they know it's important. You know, you want to get that win more so than anything else. But that being said, you know, it's a conference game. You treat it like another conference game, but just knowing in the back of your mind, you know, hey, it's Faulkner, and, you know, it's all out from here.
Over on the Atlanta Highway, the Eagles, while new at this whole rivalry thing, are catching up quickly, and it doesn't matter what the sport is, Faulkner hit the ground running with it.
It's been a good rivalry. It's been a good friendly rivalry, and one of the main reasons for that is because the coaches, we all know each other and get along well, and the players know each other. They've either been in high school together, played travel ball together. We've done things for them and they for us. So it's been really just a good rapport between the two teams with softball.
The game I remember the most, though, is not a great memory. It was back in 2001, the year Faulkner won the NAIA Basketball National Championship. We lost by 2 to AUM here and lost by 1 there late in the season. We had a 10-point lead with less than 2 minutes to play, and I don't know what Larry was feeding them that day, but they filled it up in the last minute and a half from about, I don't think they made a shot inside 26 feet. It was phenomenal, and I remember that game as much as I remember the 5 games we won in 5 days for the national championship.
Next up in this rivalry are the softball and baseball matchups in April.
All right, that's going to do it for the A block, but don't go away. We have a lot to still tell you about. The showcase continues right after this.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
Every Italian family has their own treasured recipes. And now at Carrabba's, we're serving up 2 family favorites on one plate. Like our wood-grilled sirloin, topped with handmade marsala sauce and served alongside our signature chicken brine ravioli. Or enjoy fresh ingredients and layers of flavor, all grilled over a wood fire with our Pollo Rosa Maria and chicken involtini. Some of our best recipes are together at last, but only for a short time. So find your favorite tonight and come home to Carrabba's.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
Welcome back to the Southern State Showcase at the University of Mobile in front of the fountain between Martin and Weaver Halls. Got the lead, so now it's time to find out what else is going on around the Southern States this week.
Next fall, 3 new schools will be joining the SSAC. The past 2 episodes, we told you about Blue Mountain and Martin Methodist. This week, it's time to tell you about the 3rd. We are proud to say Bethel University, located in McKenzie, Tennessee, will be joining us. Bethel will be the most northern school in the conference. When deciding whether to come to the SSAC, travel time almost deferred them to another conference. But in the end, all the positives of the SSAC outweighed travel time.
As we got into the nuts and bolts of figuring out exactly what we wanted, where we wanted the university to be, where we wanted our athletic department to be, the Southern States kept moving up the list. And by the time we finished the process of doing all our research and researching the mileage and the teams and the competitiveness and the market areas that we'd be in, the Southern States became a very attractive option to us relatively quickly.
Bethel University is celebrating its 170th birthday this year, and the growth it has seen since opening in 1842 has been incredible, especially on the athletic end of things.
And we have developed some really good facilities in which our athletes have the opportunity to participate. The new Chris Center here for basketball and volleyball will take place here. We have a really good football stadium. Soccer is important to us, and volleyball. All of our sports are important, but at the same time, to be able to attract the youngsters that we're looking, not only for academically but athletically, you have to have the facilities in which to give them the opportunity to participate.
And one of those facilities is the brand new state-of-the-art gymnasium known as Crisp Arena.
The word I've heard this year has been wow when they walk into Crisp Arena.
State-of-the-art. You know, our floor, I told you earlier, it's just, it's got so much give to it. You get people's attention right off the bat. When you bring a recruit on campus, they forget what I told you earlier. They don't care what the letters are, NAI, NCAA. They know they're going to be playing at a high level.
Bethel will have 15 different sports joining the SSAC next fall. And something that all these sports, their coaches and athletes live by is the Champions of Character initiative.
Yeah, Champions of Character is very important to us. We place a lot of emphasis upon those people that we recruit to come to Bethel University to participate in athletics. And we're very happy and comfortable with where we find ourselves in promoting champions of character. So it is very important, and it's a big part of the mission of Bethel University.
In joining the Southern States, Bethel is aware that the competition level is going to be some of the toughest it has ever seen. They are ready to keep their rivalries going with Blue Mountain and Martin Methodist, but are also looking to form new rivals with some of the greatest competition in the NAIA.
We are thankful that Blue Mountain and Martin Methodist are transitioning in with us. It's good to see familiar faces as you go to a new home. That being said, there's nothing better than conference rivalries, and we have played some Southern State schools in the past. Our games this year with Belhaven and William Carey's were wonderful, and you're right, when they become conference games, the intensity and the importance of them seem to increase. So we almost have the best of both worlds.
All right, that's going to do it for the B Block. Up next, we'll finally take a look around this beautiful campus, so don't go away. The showcase continues right after this.
Every Italian family has their own treasured recipes. And now at Carrabba's, we're serving up 2 family favorites on one plate. Like our wood-grilled sirloin, topped with handmade marsala sauce and served alongside our signature chicken brine ravioli. Or enjoy fresh ingredients and layers of flavor, all grilled over a wood fire with our Pollo Rosa Maria and chicken involtini. Some of our best recipes are together at last, but only for a short time. So find your favorite tonight and come home to Carrabba's.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use, cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
Welcome back to the showcase here in the center of campus at the University of Mobile in front of their mascot, the Ram. So we told you a lot already, but John, what do we have up now?
Well, first thing is that this guy is a new guy. The original Ram dedicated by the class of 2003, and you've got a bit of a makeover, and we'll get into that in just a sec. Let's find out what else is going on here on campus. Chartered in 1961 as Mobile College, the institution celebrated decades of growth and success, and in 1993 changed its name to the University of Mobile. The story of the university dates back to 1952, but on February 13th of 1998, the University of Mobile Board of Trustees unanimously elected Dr. Mark R. Foley as the third president. Under Dr. Foley's leadership, the school's prepared students academically, socially, and spiritually to impact the world. New academic majors have been added as the university anticipates and responds to changing needs, and there's been a lot of changes on campus. Renovations include Weaver Hall, Sanford Hall, the addition of Faulkner Hall, and renovating Ram Hall as well. A master plan for the campus guides the ongoing renovation of classrooms and labs to accommodate additional academic programs as they come along. But one of the major tenets for all who are on campus or who are touched by the campus in any way is the idea of Project Serve, where the campus gives back and gives back in a big way to reinforce its place in the community.
In order to give our students an opportunity to experience what it feels like to be responsible, we have a day that we call Project Serve. We actually close the university, and every one of us, including staff, faculty, and students, descend on the two-county area around us. And I think there were in excess of 60 projects that were dealt with by the various groups last time, somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,200 persons from this institution, spending a day touching another life, taking care of people, taking care of community needs. And it helps our students understand what that responsibility is all about.
A statement of Christian affirmation was adopted by the University of Mobile Board of Trustees in 2004. The foundational statement, which describes the essential theological nature of the school, added along with the mission statement, philosophy statement, and goals as the foundation which guides the growth and development of the University of Mobile. It centers on the nature, ethic, mission, and revelation of Christ and his authority over mankind, and they're all addressed as part of the school's belief of being distinctively Christian.
It's not necessarily something that one says, I will do, and then bingo, you are distinctively Christian. It's a lifelong process.
By the year 2020, the University of Mobile is determined through the work of the university, the influence of her graduates, and as a catalyst for persons of like mind to be a nationally recognized leader of revitalization of Christian faith and character in America. The 2020 vision includes objectives like offering nationally respected academic programs, adopting methods necessary to gain national recognition, continuing to promote and instruct the effective integration of faith, discipline, and vocational practice, crossing political, geographic, and denominational boundaries in the pursuit of these objectives, and identifying, promoting, and adopting structures and methods to achieve all of these goals, all of which Foley feels are integral in the success of the university as it moves forward.
2020 Vision is basically a point along the way. We started in 2010 saying by 10 years out we wanted to be a nationally recognized voice and influence in the cultural and spiritual transformation of America. In the 3 years since we started this emphasis, we have gained a great deal of recognition, but we've also seen a culture move farther and farther away from the things of God. Consequently, the challenge is greater, the opportunity is greater, and we will realize all of the goals of that 2020 vision before we get there. But it's just a stage. The emphasis will continue.
The University of Mobile continues to be a thriving institution dedicated to helping students growing academically, socially, and spiritually. All educational programs of the school are student-oriented, designed for the intellectual, spiritual, cultural, and personal growth of students in their search for careers in their future lives as responsible and informed members of society. As an institution dedicated to Christian faith and practice, the school seeks to integrate the critical pursuit of knowledge with spiritual awareness and responsibility to unite academic excellence with dedication to service at all levels. Learning, faith, and leadership all lend itself in the intent of the university to reflect in their phrase, changing lives to change the world.
I want to see the influence of our graduates being exerted into the workforce and the culture into which they step. And the influence, I think, is always shaped by the faith aspect. But it's the learning and the capability that's demonstrated in their lives as they step into a job to be able to perform at a very high level of capability that earns the respect from coworkers and in that arena of work, and thus the opportunity to exert influence. So they have to all be knitted together.
With over 40 areas of study, a student-faculty ratio of 14-1, being only one of 166 colleges and universities in the United States recognized as America's best Christian colleges, and one of only 4 schools in Alabama and the only private university in the state listed as one of America's 100 best college buys, it's all part of recognition, and while it's all part of the growth curve, it's a part of the process that Foley sees as integral for the long-term success of the school.
It is an objective to be recognized, not for the recognition, but for the influence. It's always the influence. I am in this business to project into culture the influence of the culture of Jesus Christ in every way possible. And I think the best way to do it is through committed persons in a variety of professions, so that in business, education, music, the arts, all of these things, as well as the church, we are bringing that influence to bear.
On the athletic side, with all of these goals and aspirations Dr. Foley has put on the university's horizons, it takes a special student and a special student athlete to come onto campus, something Athletics Director Joe Nyland is cognizant of all the time.
You know, champions of character is really part and parcel of what we are as a university. I mean, we're a Christ-centered, character-driven university. So, you know, we don't necessarily want to have all Christian student athletes that enroll here. You know, part of us is evangelization and changing. But it is important. You want to have kids and students with good character.
And at the same time, as we've seen all across the Southern States Athletic Conference, there is that movement afoot to attract the 21st century student, and the university is no different in knowing what they have to do to make it happen.
You can't really go on many campuses today without looking at a brand new rec center, you know, or pool, or dormitories, or cafeterias. And if you're not in that race, it's going to be hard to keep up.
But as Dr. Foley and the University of Mobile look to completing its 2020 vision, there are certain things he would like to see as the school grows and evolves.
One of my goals working with our board is to see that this campus is as well positioned both in its academic packaging and its facility packaging to set the stage for my successor to be very effective without having to worry about a lot of things.
So Nicole, as we talk to Dr. Foley and everyone else here on campus, a lot to be proud of, a very vibrant campus here at the University of Mobile.
It certainly is. All right, that's going to do it for the C Block. Up next, we still have some things to tell you about, so don't go away. But first, the Players of the Week.
The Players of the Week at the conference level for the week of February 18th are as follows. In men's basketball, the honor went to William Carey Jr. guard Jeremiah Dunnings. Dunnings averaged 23.5 points, 1.5 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals, helping the Crusaders upset number 9 Faulkner and a defeat of Belhaven. In women's basketball, it was Lee University's sophomore forward Jenna Adams. Adams had a dream game last week against number 24 Southern Poly in a battle for first place in the Southern States Athletic Conference. She outscored the entire Hornet team in the first half with 26, leading the Lady Flames to a 43-23 lead. For the game, she also had 14 rebounds, 4 blocks, and converted 15 of 22 shots from the field, including 6 three-pointers. 2 double-doubles this past week give her 11 for the year, and on the season she's shooting 52% overall and 41% from beyond the arc. In men's tennis, it was AUM sophomore Nicholas Pinones-Haltenhoff. He played a key role in helping the Warhawks defeat defending Division III national champion and current top-ranked Emory. His straight-set singles victory in that match was against the number 23 ranked singles player in the country at the Division III level. He's won 11 straight singles matches dating back to last year, all from the number 1 position, and has yet to drop a singles set this season. He is currently ranked 2nd individually among singles players in the NAIA and is part of the top-ranked doubles team. In women's tennis, it was Spring Hill sophomore Elise Michaelis. Michaelis completed a near-perfect week, playing both singles and doubles in the number 1 spot, helping improve her team record to 3-0 while moving her singles and doubles records to 3-0 each. Her doubles team won 8-1, and in singles, she won in straight sets 6-0, 6-0. In baseball, Faulkner Jr. Michael Cruz. Cruz was a key offensive component in the Eagles Conference opener with Belhaven. Cruz was 4 for 7 at the plate in the series and produced 5 RBI. He also had 2 home runs and a double. The junior also scored 4 runs. The pitcher of the week was William Carey Jr. Vito Perna. He got a big win for the Crusaders, pitching 7 innings, allowing only 2 hits and no runs, while striking out 8 and walking only 2. In softball, it was University of Mobile freshman Allie Luster. Luster helped the Rams to a perfect 2-0 start on the season. Luster was 5 of 6 with a double, a home run, and 7 RBI. Luster was also 2 for 2 on stolen bases. The pitcher of the week was Lee freshman Angie Hughes. She picked up 2 wins and 1 save on the week, helping the Lady Flames to a perfect 4-0 start. Hughes pitched 15 innings, allowing only 4 hits and 3 runs, none of them earned, while she struck out 20.
Every Italian family has their own treasured recipes. And now at Carrabba's, we're serving up 2 family favorites on 1 plate. like our wood-grilled sirloin, topped with handmade marsala sauce and served alongside our signature chicken brine ravioli. Or enjoy fresh ingredients and layers of flavor, all grilled over a wood fire with our Pollo Rosa Maria and chicken involtini. Some of our best recipes are together at last, but only for a short time, so find your favorite tonight and come home to Carrabba's.
From Little League to the big leagues, Musco specializes in sports lighting around the world. Musco's light structure green sports lighting cuts operating costs in half with less energy use, cuts spill light by half, provides guaranteed constant light levels, and includes a 25-year warranty. For your budget, for the environment, Musco Lighting. We make it happen.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
So Nicole, you see the national rankings there, a lot of white, a lot of yellow. That means only one thing. The Southern States, as always, well represented when it comes to the winter sports nationally in the NAI. Time to put a bow on yet another show from the University of Mobile.
Before we get out of here, though, we're going to catch a women's and then a men's game.
Yep.
But that's going to do it for this show. Make sure you see us next week on The Showcase.
There's a call to be answered. The spirit of competition is still alive inside. The desire still drives. The phrase student athlete has a great ring to it. Lasting friendships are ready to be made. You just want to keep playing. Game on. Learn more at naia.org.
Every Italian family has their own treasured recipes. And now at Carrabba's, we're serving up 2 family favorites on one plate. Like our wood-grilled sirloin, topped with handmade marsala sauce and served alongside our signature chicken brine ravioli. Or enjoy fresh ingredients and layers of flavor, all grilled over a wood fire with our Pollo Rosa Maria and chicken involtini. Some of our best recipes are together at last, but only for a short time, so find your favorite tonight and come home to Carrabba's.
How do students decide which college or university to attend? Of course, it's based on your reputation, but their first impression of your campus is so important. How do you make that first impression count? By making sure every detail is attended to, with manicured grounds, immaculate maintained buildings, and a welcoming feeling throughout campus. National Management Resources Corporation provides exceptional facilities management services. We make sure that first impression is picture perfect.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing